Spend some time in it. Romans chapter 1 verse 28 and following says, and even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a debased mind. Did you notice they suppressed the truth in unrighteousness? And then he goes on to say, because they didn't want to retain God, God gave them over to a debased mind to do those things that are not fitting, being filled with all unrighteousness, sexual immorality, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil-mindedness. They are whisperers, backbiters, haters of God, violent, proud, boasters, inventors of evil things, disobedience to parents, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, unmerciful, who knowing the righteous judgment of God, that those who practice such things are deserving of death, not only do the same, but also approve those who practice them. Somebody say, help Jesus.
Help Jesus.
The New Testament picture of unrighteousness takes it farther. The Old Testament is this horizontal injustice, this horizontal impropriety, this horizontal taking advantage of one another. But the New Testament takes it further. And what it says in essence is that in the New Testament, unrighteousness is living without a God consciousness. It is to remove God from the center and to place humanity at the center, or to place my own will at the center, or to place my own desire at the center, or to place my own want at the center. It means that I become the captain of my destiny, that I'm the master of my fate. It means that I can do what I want to do when I want to do it. Now, some of us know that. We've heard statements around that spirit, that attitude. It's marked by words like this: I'm grown. Can't nobody tell me what to do. Or something like, I don't care what anybody's got to say. They don't pay my bills.
I'm grown. That's right. Well,
everybody's got opinions about this or about that. What makes your opinion any greater than mine? That kind of attitude. Well, it's not about opinion. It's not about perspective. It's not about what I think. It's not about what you think. It is about what the one who designed us thinks. It is about what he says. It is about how he examines a thing. And his standard is the standard by how we are to measure life. Because the last time I checked, he's the only one who can say, well done, good and faithful servant. Enter into the joy of the Lord. He's the only one who can say, no, depart from me, you who work iniquity or unrighteousness. It's the kind of thing that we should be courageous enough to understand. Romans chapter 6 verse 12 through 14. Therefore, do not let sin reign in your mortal body, that you should obey it in its lusts. And do not present your members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin, but present yourselves as being alive from the dead, and as your members as instruments of the righteousness to God. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for you are not under the law, but under grace. Amen. Sin shall not have dominion over you. 2 Corinthians chapter, you can just write them down. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14. Do not be unequally yoked with unbelievers. For what fellowship has righteousness with unrighteousness? And what communion has light with darkness? Do not be unequally yoked. That means don't try to tie yourself together in relationship if you're a believer with a non-believer. Don't link up as a believer with a non-believer to have a relationship, because there is no communion of righteousness and unrighteousness. Light and dark don't mix.
Amen.
And everybody who would testify to it, anybody who's ever done it, you don't have to be ashamed. Many of us have found ourselves in that place. Several brothers could testify that there was just something about her that you could not leave her alone.
Well, Jesus.
And in your mind, you thought, well, I can bring her along. I can make her better. I'm seeking God. And if I hook up with her, I can change her heart. There are some of us young ladies who would testify and say that, they had that same attitude. He just had something, there was something about him. There was just something they couldn't let go. And if I can bring him with me. But the truth of the matter is, it's easier to slide back